Benny, thanks for joining us here on ANN7. Beautiful cup standing in front of us here. Just your involvement with the Carling Black Label Cup?
Obviously, because of being part of it as a player, now as a retired, aspiring coach to be, I thought it was only fair to write that I'm involved in the biggest game in South African, the calendar year, and the Black Label's been special because it was my first time watching a Pirates Chiefs live was at the 2011 Black Label final, so I think it's a lot of sentimental value for me, and then the following year I was fortunate enough to play in one myself, which we won very easily, comfortable against Chiefs. And then 2013 I won my second one where I broke Kaizer Chiefs' heart. So I think this cup's got a lot of significance, a lot of values, and the importance. And now that the fans not only get to select the best players they want to see on the day of the Champions Cup, but they get to select, interact, and educate themselves and educate everyone by being able to select a formation to play for this game as well. So that's even more special. You can't get than that.
And I think we get caught up in the hype that it's another Soweto derby, and we forget the points of when this competition was established, that it continues to, educate the fans. Like you just said, it started off with just voting for the favorite players that you want, went to substitutions, and now it's even getting to the point of you are the ones who set up, as a fan, set up the formation.
No, definitely, of course. There's a lot of Soweto derbies these days, and of course, it's gonna start losing its value. But this Carling the Black Label Champions Cup, it's a unique experience. It's where not just the coaches and the technical teams analyze and do all the hard trainings every day to come to match day, derby day, where you select the teams, but the fans get to vote for their best players, the players that they think is the informed players that can help their team to win this game. Pardon me. But now they also able to select the formations, because sometimes you see coaches take a more defensive approach to the game, because neither coaches wants to lose the Soweto derby, because it's for the pride, it's for to rule Soweto. So teams become defensive on this game, where you play 5-4-1 system or 4-4-2, where you eliminate each other and teams just play it safe. But with the fans voting now, if you want to see excitement, you want to see goals, then you select formations where you play a 4-3-3 or a 3-4-3 system or a 3-5-2, where your team is going to play with two strikers, overload the midfield, and you've got the solidness of the defense and the goalkeeper to protect, and then you're going to see goals, and then we're not going to get the odd 0-0, 1-1 Soweto derby draw, but it's going to be fireworks, and both teams are going to be at each other's throat, and you're going to see a lot of goals, you're going to see a lot of excitement, and then that will make this cup so special from every other Soweto derby.
Chiefs and Pirates are the face of South African football. But if you had to look at the season both teams are having, one would look at it and think that it's not the truth. Is it these two clubs, have they fallen behind, or is just the competition has just got better? We look at the top of the Absa Premiership. There were at one point, until Chiefs lost to Cape Town City a few weeks ago, they were still in the running. Has the competition really, really got that tough that these teams, are slowly being overtaken, or they're falling behind?
The league has just become more competitive, and I think, like I said, when you play for these two glamorous clubs, you must know players, when you join Chiefs, when you join Pirates, that no game is an ordinary game. Every game is a cup final when you play for these two teams. And I think players have missed that thought when you join Chiefs and Pirates. You join it for the luxury and that you play for the two glamorous clubs, but you forget that now every club out there wants to beat you because you are playing where they would love to play. And I think that has been the lack this season from that both clubs, where the mistake that clubs made, where they bought players and players didn't know what they were going into or where they were getting into. And obviously other clubs have caught on, and they make it a cup final for you, and if you don't pitch up on the day of the game, then you're gonna fall short. And I think what Pirates has experienced, that the players that they've brought in, they didn't expect that was going to be the case, that every single game that you play wearing a Pirates shirt, it's a cup final, and I think players just gone into it that, I play for Pirates and I've made it, and then forgetting that you still have to play 90 minutes every game, every week until the end of the season. And that's why the both clubs have fallen short, but it's a lesson learned, and I'm pretty sure come Carling Black Label Cup in July the 29th, it's going to be a completely different Soweto derby that we're going to see. We're going to see a lot of goals, and it's not going to be your usual normal 1-1, because both teams will be at it, because both teams will want to make an amends for the missed season that they've had, and then start off on the right way. And then when the season comes, then I think the mentality would have shifted, would have changed, and then we're going to see again a very strong Pirates and a very strong Kaizer Chiefs.
Speaking about this current season, how do you see it playing out? I mean, we know that right now it looks like it is going to be a Sundowns or a Wits, Cape Town City with an outside chance. And also at the bottom, you've got Baraka and Highlands Park still fighting. And if you go even lower, the NFD, Tana Zulu Royal, they're up there. Stellenbosch still fighting it out. How do you see, let's start with the top, how do you see that playing out?
It's going to go down to the wire, because the way I look at it, when I was here a month and a half ago, and it looked like Sundowns was going to run away with it. If they win all their remaining, the catch-up games, then they would go about 5, 6, 7 points ahead of everybody. But they've missed an opportunity, and now they're in the hunt, but they still level with everybody. And Wits had a fantastic opportunity to go past and take it, and they didn't. So the league has been very unpredictable, and rightfully so. It's been good, very entertaining, and but I still see, for me, the strongest two teams I see out there remain Wits, for the quality of players that they have, and the depth, exactly, and the coach that they have. Most important, they've got a coach that knows to win, that's been in this situation. He knows what he has to say and the things that he have to do to prepare his players in the right way so they can see the season out. Then you've got a successful Sundowns, that's conquered Africa, and rightfully so. They were the best team by a milestone for me, and they've also in it, and they've also got the strength, they've got the depth, they've got the players. They can even rotate and still have a second stream side as strong and better than most teams. So obviously Sundowns have to also be most people's favorite, just because of the depth that they have in their squad and the players. But Cape Town City, the surprising package this season, Eric Tinkler, he's been at Pirates, and now what he's done with these crop of players is just simply unbelievable. And maybe that will give them a spark to say, like, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so seize the moment. We might not get another opportunity like this again, where you find the likes of Pirates has been off form the whole season. Chiefs has not been hot and cold, so they in with a shout to win it. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting, but I'll say it's a 3-horse race for me.
At the bottom, Highlands Park, you see they just got rid of Gordon Nickerson. There's Baraka also. They're trying to stay alive.
At the bottom, I think for me the problem is these teams play They pick their moments when to play their games. Barocco FC, when you see them play against Pirates, they look like world beaters. When you see them play against Chiefs, they look like world beaters. So I ask myself questions. Why can't they do that on a more consistent base level? And if they could have done that, they would have been not be where they are, but the league table never lies. It's because teams have been mediocre. That's why they are in the position that they are. And now they leave it till late to want to come and fight the survival spring. But I think it's to go down will be between Barocco and Highlands.
In closing, you're not only ambassador to this great competition right here, you also were part of a SAFA committee that was in charge of a small thing trying to find the Bafana coach or selecting the Bafana coach. Just in closing, the latest you've heard, how far has that gone? You still involved, or?
Yeah, I've been away, so I've missed the last meeting that was held, but I'm confident. You know, the committee worked hard, and we've narrowed it down, and I think we've selected the right people that we thought that was right for Bafana, that was right for the current players that we have, and that was right for the development of younger players coming through and getting an opportunity to showcase. So we thought that, but there's been a few stumbling blocks in appointing the coach. But you know, I'm very confident that President Danny Jordan and the SAFA team, they are working exceptionally hard to try and make the coaching saga a reality as soon as before we get to
World Cup qualifiers.
Qualifiers and Nigeria for the AFCON.
Benni, it was a pleasure having you on ANN7. Thanks for taking the time to speak to us.
You're most welcome.
Cool.